they have been influencers also in their fields, and how they have been influencing the other people. Can you just tell us about that?
हाँ जी बिल्कुल, देखो अगर वही है, अगर देखो एथलीट का तो काम है ये फिटनेस का, और उसके साथ साथ अगर जो नॉर्मल, मैं सबसे ज़रूरी बताना चाहता हूँ, जो ऑफिस वाले लोग हैं, जो मतलब जिनका बिजी शेड्यूल होता है दिन का, तो उनको कम से कम आधा घंटा 1 घंटा अपने शरीर को देना चाहिए। उसमें जो फिटनेस है वो अपनी करते रहना चाहिए, और साथ के साथ जो हमारा खान पान है वो बहुत ज़रूरी है। हम जितना अच्छा खाना खाएंगे वही फिटनेस के साथ साथ वही बहुत ज़रूरी है।
During COVID times, it was very difficult to train, and how did you cope up with that?
देखिए, जो कोविड का है वो हमारे लिए नहीं, सबके लिए था। और जैसे हम लोग के लिए ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट था, जो हम लोग सुबह शाम आके ग्राउंड में प्रैक्टिस करते थे सब लोग 2-2 3-3 घंटे, फिर अचानक आके पूरा बंद हो जाता है 2 महीने तक। तो हम लोगों के, लेकिन हम लोग वो बोलते हैं हार नहीं माननी चाहिए, तो हम लोगों ने कोई हार नहीं मानी, और हम लोग लगातार ट्रेनिंग करते रहे अपना अंदर ही, अपना स्टेयर रनिंग और कोर एक्सरसाइज, सभी लोग जितने भी हमारे यहाँ पे एथलीट हैं। तो हम लोग एक मोटिवेशन अलग था। और सबसे जो फिट इंडिया का, जिसमें कि अभी बताया नीरज ने कि सबको, जो ऑफिस वाले हैं या कोई भी है, तो सबको अपने लिए समय देना चाहिए। क्योंकि कोई होता है भाई 12-1-2 बजे तक अपना लगे रहते हैं फ़ोन में, मोबाइल में। वो चीज़ करके अगर हम कोई चीज़ को टाइम शेड्यूल अगर रख लें, तो हम लोग मॉर्निंग में हम लोग जल्दी उठ के, कुछ नहीं तो आधा घंटा वॉक ही कर लेना है। नहीं आप कुछ कर सकते, घर में बैठ के योगा और अपने ही घर के आसपास वॉक कर लीजिए, तो उतना ही बहुत है।
You will be going for the Olympics. How are you prepared for that? And how did you cope up during the pandemic?
जैसे कि सभी लोगों को पता है कि अभी कोविड-19 है, तो सभी को मतलब बहुत प्रॉब्लम हुई है। और इससे पहले सभी लोग फिट थे, पीक पे थे, काफ़ी लोगों ने ओलंपिक्स क्वालिफाई की तैयारी की थी। तो अभी बस यही है कि अभी हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि सभी के लिए बहुत मुश्किल का टाइम है। तो अभी हम यही सोचेंगे, इसको पॉजिटिव लेके चलेंगे कि हमें थोड़ा सा और टाइम मिला है, और थोड़ा हम और अच्छे से तैयारी करें।
During the lockdown, Prime Minister Narendra Modi gave call to each of you. How did it feel?
अभी यही था कि अभी हम लोग को मतलब ग्राउंड में आना अलाउड नहीं था, तो हमने बस यही किया कि हमारे हॉस्टल में थोड़ी सी जगह है, तो हमने मतलब कोशिश किया कि जितना कम जगह में हम अपना फिजिकल फिटनेस को हम अच्छे से कर सके, क्योंकि हमारा फिजिकल फिटनेस तो अच्छा होगा तो हम जल्दी अच्छे से कर सकते हैं।
Prime Minister spoke to all of you during the lockdown. So how was the experience?
Yeah, it is good. Like no, even Prime Minister and Sports Minister, they're taking good initiative for all the sports persons. Like they are trying to support the athletes, and even during the lockdown, they are trying to interact with us, like what we are doing, like whether we are able to practice. So through that, like when we kept our opinion, like we need to go to the ground and train there. Like we were training, but there was no such space what we can do. So we had given a request of allowing us to train at the ground, and they had granted us the permission with SOP rules to be followed, and we were allowed to train on the ground for one-time sessions. So it is very good thing that the Prime Minister is doing for us, and really all the sports persons are very thankful to the Prime Minister and all the government what they are doing for us. So we are really happy, and we aim to win a medal at Olympics with all the support given by the government.
You can see that they are full of enthusiasm, and they are fit, and they are even telling everybody to stay fit. And Fit India dialogue has certainly gone very well with all these athletes. Gautam.
Definitely. Thank you for joining us, Akansha. Just stay with us. Let's quickly go across to Kamal Bora as well. Kamal, we've seen, especially in this COVID period, how fitness has gone to the next level really in the country, because people have the time to give more attention to their wellness and fitness, and this is something that the Prime Minister has given a mantra to sustain throughout as well. So how does that message really ring out? You know, people giving time to ensure that they remain fit if they have taken up fitness activity, especially in this critical period.
Yes, see Gautam, first of all, the initiative that has been started by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, whatever he does, actually people used to follow because Prime Minister knows where actually important has to be given actually, whether it is Jan Dhan Yojana, financial inclusion of people, whether it is Saf Safai and whether it is Clean India movement, or this time whether it is Fit India movement, everything, every important aspect has been touched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. That is the uniqueness of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And if we talk about Fit India movement, this is an initiative, not the sports stars only. The social, the other section of people also have to come forward. And in this regard, let me tell you that Nehru Yuva Sangathan Kendra, they have been working to, they have been continuing this initiative for the last 1 year. So how they are working during this COVID-19 situation also. So I would like to know from them only. मैं आपसे जानने की कोशिश करूंगा किस तरीके से आप ये मूवमेंट को असम में चला रहे हो खड़ा होकर।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। सबसे पहले तो दूरदर्शन का आज के दिन में जो एनिवर्सरी मनाया जा रहा है फिट इंडिया का, इसको लोगों तक ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों तक पहुंचाने का काम ये दूरदर्शन कर रहा है। इसके लिए मैं आपको इसके लिए बधाई देता हूं। साथ ही साथ जो फिट इंडिया का जो प्रोग्राम है पूरे देश में नेहरू युवा केंद्र कर रहा है, आसाम में भी बहुत भारी पैमाने पर लगभग 10,000 से ज़्यादा गाँवों में हम लोग इस फिट इंडिया के प्रोग्राम को कर रहे हैं। कोरोना के रोकथाम के ऊपर प्रचार प्रसार का काम हो, चाहे वो आत्मनिर्भर का काम हो, या फिर अभी नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी जो नई शिक्षा नीति आई है उसके प्रचार प्रसार के साथ साथ फिट इंडिया का प्रोग्राम हम लोग पूरे 1 साल से करते आ रहे हैं और ये निरंतर चलता रहता है।
किस तरीके से चला रहे हैं आप, लोगों को कैसे पॉपुलराइज करने में किस तरीके से आप लोग काम कर रहे हैं?
इसमें देखिए, हम लोगों के जो विलेज लेवल का जो यूथ क्लब है, वो यूथ क्लब को हम लोग मोटिवेट करते हैं, यूथ क्लब को हम लोग प्रेरित करते हैं। यूथ क्लब अपने गांव में घर के लोगों को, फैमिली को मोटिवेट करता है कि फिट रहो, और फिट रहने के लिए उसको सूत्र देता है। और उसके अलावा जो भी एक्टिविटीज़ है फिट रहने के लिए, लॉन्ग जंप, हाई जंप, दौड़ना, योगा, चाहे स्कीपिंग, चाहे साइकिलिंग, चाहे जिस भी तरह का, चाहे अपर क्लाइंबिंग हो, चाहे सीढ़ी से उतरना चढ़ने की बात हो, इन सभी एक्टिविटीज़ को उनको मोटिवेट करते हैं कि भाई आप लोग इनका आपको करो, आपका ही जीवन है, आपका स्वस्थ है तो आप हेल्थ इज़ वेल्थ, ऐसा सूत्र बताते हुए हम लोग उन लोगों को बताते हैं। और कोरोना के टाइम में तो हम लोग ज़्यादा, चूँकि घर में लॉकडाउन हो गए, लोग तो घर में बंद थे तो लगता है कि उनको एक्सरसाइज नहीं करना है। नहीं, हम उन ऐसे हालत में जो लोग लेथार्जिक हो गए थे, ऐसे हालत में भी उनको प्रेरित कर रहे हैं कि नहीं, आप अपने अगर घर से बाहर नहीं आ रहे तो घर के अंदर आप एक्सरसाइज कीजिए, योगा कीजिए। योगा बेहतरीन एक्सरसाइज है जो इसको करेंगे, और आसान है, इसमें कोई खर्च नहीं लगता है।
जी बिल्कुल। मैं यहाँ पे और एक चीज जानना चाहूंगा, महिला को ये मूवमेंट में असम में किस तरीके से जुड़ा है नेहरू युवा केंद्र ने। मैं आपसे जानने की कोशिश करूंगा किस तरीके से आप महिला को इस मूवमेंट में आप लोग जुड़ पाए हैं, क्या क्या कर रहे हैं?
हम लोग का जो असम का गांव है, जो अंडर में महिला रहते हैं, सुबह से घर में ही काम करते हैं पहले, तो फिट इंडिया के मूवमेंट के जरिए हम लोग को वो लोग निकाल के ले आए हुए। हम लोग का जो नेहरू युवा केंद्र है, नेहरू युवा केंद्र का जो वॉलंटियर है, वो लोग जाके गांव का औरत लोग को निकाल के लाया है। तो हम लोग का क्या है, हम लोग का जो ट्रेडिशनल गेम है हम लोग का असम का, उस माध्यम से हम लोग फिट इंडिया वो लोग को फिट इंडिया का जो मूवमेंट चल रहा है, इसलिए जो ट्रेडिशनल का गेम्स है हम लोग का असम का, उसी माध्यम से हम लोग को वो लोग को फिट कर रहा है।
किस तरीके का चेंजेस दिखा है महिलाओं में?
वो बहुत चेंजेस दिखा है। पहले जो औरत, जो एजेड औरत है, जो नहीं निकालते हैं, वो लोग खेलने के लिए निकाल आते हैं। जो हम लोग का ट्रेडिशनल गेम्स, रस्सी टना है, जो हम लोग का गांव का जो पौन है विलेज में, वहाँ में भी स्विमिंग करता है छोटा बच्चा। और लेकिन महिला लोग निकाला के वो कबड्डी भी खेलते हैं, और दूसरा भी कुछ जो मीन्स खेल होता है वो भी खेलता है।
It's very important to know from her that the traditional game has been used as an important tool to make people fit. Actually, now I'm coming to a person who used to do yoga, and he is also associated with this Fit India movement. Let's know from him how he is working in his own field to make people fit. आप बताइए किस तरीके से आप योगा को लोगों तक पहुंचाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, फिट इंडिया मूवमेंट को आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं?
जी नमस्ते, मेरा नाम राजा बोरो है। मैं ह्यूमन केयर सोसाइटी से बिलोंग करता हूं। हम लोग का सोसाइटी में हम लोग योग को चलाने के लिए हम लोग जगह जगह में, रिमोट एरिया में और जहां कम्युनिकेशन नहीं होते वहां पर हम लोग फ्री मतलब निःशुल्क योग शिविर का आयोजन करते हैं और लोगों तक हम लोग योग को पहुंचाते हैं। उसके अलावा भी हम लोग फिट रहने के लिए हम लोग फ्री हैंड और उसके बाद में हम लोग मार्शल आर्ट की ट्रेनिंग देते हैं। उसके बाद महिलाओं के ऊपर ज़्यादा हम लोग देखते हैं और उसके बाद हम लोग फुटबॉल की प्रतियोगिता भी साल में एक बार करते हैं। उसके अलावा हम लोग मैराथन रेस और रॉक क्लाइंबिंग भी करते हैं।
प्रधानमंत्री जी से कितना प्रेरित है आप लोग? ये मूवमेंट जो शुरू हुआ है किस तरीके से काम कर रहा है?
जी, प्रधानमंत्री जी से मैं बहुत प्रेरित हूँ क्योंकि उन्होंने हम लोगों को ये फिट इंडिया जो प्रोग्राम है ये लाकर हम लोग को ये हम लोग को एक अपॉर्चुनिटी दिया है कि हम लोग भी समाज में कुछ समाज के लोगों की हित के लिए हम लोग कुछ कार्य कर सकते हैं। मैं प्रधानमंत्री जी से बहुत प्रेरित हूँ और उनको मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ।
जी गौतम, this is how people are working here on ground, to continue this initiative, and we will really hope that this movement should continue in future also, so that people can be fit in future, because fitness is very important as initiated as stated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Definitely, Kamal, these efforts should continue, and that is what will make Fit India. One has to spare the time and make a little effort, and the rest is all very easy and very, very beneficial. That's the kind of message that really comes across from the interaction that you had with these people as well. Let's quickly also go across to Aisha Khanam in Bengaluru. Aisha, the City of Gardens must have taken advantage of the cleaner air as well during the period that we saw there was lockdown, and I'm sure like the rest of the country, a lot of people would have joined the Fit India movement in the course of 1 year as well, especially in the recent months. What has been the experience there?
Well, absolutely, you're right, Gautam. Bangalore has the advantage of, cleaner environment, and also the weather, the climate is here very good, and also the humidity is almost nil. So therefore, that gives an advantage for people in Bangalore to utilize the parks, several parks and gardens in Bangalore where they can keep themselves fit. We have Kaban Park here, Lal Bagh here. But right now I am here at the Sai Center, where I have seen that several athletes who are here have a very strict and very tough fitness regime that they follow, and they are the champions. So obviously, if that is the regime, they will be champions. I have with me KT Irfan, who is an Olympian. He is an athlete, so he has also been following this fitness Fit India dialogue, and he is inspired by this. Irfan, so what is a mantra to become an athlete like you, and what kind of fitness regime you think will lead us to making a champion like you?
I'm thankful to you all, a wonderful such a movement, Fit India movement. It's really great. I'm sure about that. Fit India movement maintains all every day. Our fitness is maintained, and our Prime Minister already said that every day please spend 2 to 30 minutes every day, and our physically and mentally we are fit.
So how do you see this Fit India movement, giving more strength, empowerment to women, being fitness is a mantra where you can, take it along in other fields as well?
मैं माननीय प्रधानमंत्री का जो निकला हुआ फिट इंडिया जो है वो मैं उसमें बहुत मानती हूँ, और जैसे मैं गांव से हूँ तो आज गांव तक ये पहुंचा है। गांव के लोग भी आज कम से कम 2 किलोमीटर का जो निकला है वो सारे बच्चे ग्राउंड जाते हैं। तो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री का जो निकला हुआ ये हम सभी लोग बहुत मानते हैं, और जैसे हम तो एक लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस वाले हैं तो हम तो फिट है ही, फिर भी जो नॉन स्पोर्ट्समैन है वो उनके लिए भी बहुत ज्यादा
एक इंस्पिरेशन है। I have with me Captain Ajay, who is a senior director here at Sai. Ajay, I noticed that you have been keeping a very close eye on the fitness, and you are very particular about how the regime is followed, how the athletes here remain fit. So how, Sai being a center for fitness, how can this be extended to common man? How can common man, the others, the young generation utilize the facilities?
Good afternoon to all. We are fortunate to have these athletes with us today, and we are also fortunate to have a Prime Minister who takes us our spirits in that kind of that kind of a aura. These athletes are the flag bearers of our nation, and they are the one who can be an icon of fitness for all of us. Their regime, though looks simple, is very hectic, on the same, it's a simple for them, but to keep in day-to-day fitness and all, they'll be a, I would say, an icon to emulate. They will be one whom all of us can follow and feel happy. They are the flag bearers of us for tomorrow. They are all Olympic going athletes, and we are so thankful to them. They are in our I would say in our campus, keeping all of us at least to look up. Yes, we can look up to them.
So dialogues like this do inspire the younger generation.
Definitely, ma'am. Dialogues do inspire. Their figure do inspire. When they stand and when our local public would be looking at them, they do feel yes, because everybody want to look up to the greater fitness guys. So these guys will be the one who will be definitely motivating a lot of our people in and around India. Thank you, ma'am.
So that is a message, Gautam, that people have taken with this Fit India movement and the Fit India dialogue with the Prime Minister initiated with fitness influencers. And obviously this message will go in a long way in inspiring youngsters and inspiring the new generation to become champions like these at, who practice the fitness regime at Sai centers. So obviously there was a takeaway, there was a message for everyone, and definitely I am also taking a message from this Fit India movement.
Certainly, and thank you for joining us, Aisha Khanum, with that message really coming across from all corners of the country as well as from Patiala as well. Thank you for joining us. All right, moving on, let's get to know what is the developing story at the moment. With the last rites of the Minister of State for Railways and BJP MP from Karnataka's Belagavi, Suresh Angadi, will be held later today in the evening in Dwarka in the national capital. Suresh Angadi had passed away on Wednesday night. And due to his demise, it was decided that the national flag will be flown half-mast today in all government offices in Delhi. President, Vice President, Prime Minister and Union Cabinet have expressed condolences at the demise of the minister. Suresh Angadi represented Belagavi Lok Sabha constituency for 4 times. And the Union Cabinet has condoled the sad demise of Suresh C. Angadi, Union Minister of State for Railways, that took place on the 23rd of September, which was yesterday. The Cabinet also observed silence for 2 minutes in the memory of Suresh C. Angadi. In its resolution, the Cabinet said that the Cabinet expresses profound sorrow at the sad demise of Shri Suresh C. Angadi, Union Minister of State for Railways, on the 23rd of September 2020 at New Delhi. In his passing away, the nation has lost an eminent leader, an educationist, a distinguished parliamentarian and an able administrator. The Cabinet resolution also said that he was involved in many social and cultural activities with special interest in industry, agriculture and education of the poor. He was also Chairman Suresh Angadi Education Foundation, Belgaum, since 2009. He was fond of reading and travelling. The Cabinet extends its heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family on behalf of the government and the entire nation. And Union Minister Prakash Javadekar also paid homage to Suresh Angadi. Prakash Javadekar said that Suresh Angadi worked for the welfare of the common man.
बहुत ही बेहतर इंसान थे. आज मुझे यकीन भी नहीं हो रहा है इस लोगों को कि वो आज नहीं है. जिस जिंदा दिली से उन्होंने काम किया, बहुत ही देश का नुकसान हुआ है. मैं कर्नाटक में इलेक्शन के दरमियान उनके साथ और पहले भी उनके घर जाता रहा, तो मुझे बहुत सारी यादें आती है उनके दुखद निधन पर. उन्हें भावपूर्ण श्रद्धांजलि बहुत शोकाकुल दिल से. 4 बार लोकसभा में चुनकर आए. बेलगावी वैसे एक विशेष सीट है जहां सभी प्रकार के लोग भी है और अलग प्रकार के आंदोलन भी है, लेकिन उससे सबका विश्वास जीतकर वो हमेशा जीतते रहे. उनको भावभीनी श्रद्धांजलि.
The nation is remembering Suresh C. Angadi, who passed away yesterday because of COVID-19. Now let's get you more on what's really happening in national prime. Now, President Ramnath Kovind today conferred the National Service Scheme Awards for the year 2018-19 virtually from Rashtrapati Bhavan. Union Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports Kiren Rijiju was also attending the ceremony from Vigyan Bhavan. The National Service Award for the year 2018-19 was given to 42 awardees in 3 different categories like university, plus to council, NSS units and their program officers and NSS volunteers. And speaking on the occasion, the President said that NSS scheme is about putting others before yourself. The youth have worked in this direction.
सेवा योजना का उद्देश्य है सेवा के माध्यम से शिक्षा। सेवा के द्वारा युवा स्वयं सेवकों के चरित्र का निर्माण तथा व्यक्तित्व का विकास होता है। स्वैच्छिक सामुदायिक सेवा राष्ट्रीय सेवा योजना का महत्वपूर्ण अंग है। इस योजना का आदर्श वाक्य है नॉट मी बट यू, यानी मैं नहीं बल्कि आप। इसका भाव है अपने हित की जगह दूसरे के हित पर ध्यान देना। राष्ट्रीय सेवा योजना का प्रतीक है अशोक चक्र, जो स्वयं सेवकों को 24 घंटे सेवा के लिए तत्पर रहने की प्रेरणा देता है।
And the President also said that NSS workers have worked tirelessly to spread awareness during these critical times of the COVID pandemic.
कोविड-19 के महामारी ने संपूर्ण विश्व को गंभीर विपदा में डाल दिया है। इस विपदा के अनेक आयाम हैं। इस वैश्विक महामारी के विरुद्ध संघर्ष में राष्ट्रीय सेवा योजना के स्वयंसेवकों ने सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग तथा मास्क के प्रयोग के लिए जागरूक बनाया है। क्वारंटीन के दौरान लोगों तक खाद्य सामग्री एवं अन्य उपयोगी वस्तुएं पहुंचाने में योगदान दिया है। इन युवाओं ने कोविड-19 के कारणों और उसकी रोकथाम के संबंध में जानकारी का प्रचार प्रसार करने में सरकार एवं गैर सरकारी संगठनों को अनेक प्रकार से सहायता प्रदान की है।
And Union Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports Kiren Rijiju in his address said that young volunteers are the future of the nation. He said that all the award winners will become a source of inspiration for the young generation.
चुनौतीपूर्ण समय में राष्ट्र सेवा योजना के हमारे स्वयं सेवकों ने महामारी की रोकथाम के संबंध में अनुकरणीय सेवा प्रदान की है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी की आकांक्षा है कि भारत में स्वयं सेवकों के माध्यम से राष्ट्र निर्माण के कार्य को जन जन तक पहुंचाया जाए। उनका यह भी मानना है कि हमारे युवा स्वयं सेवकों को विभिन्न प्राकृतिक आपदाओं से निपटने के लिए प्रशिक्षण किया जाए, ताकि आवश्यकता पड़ने पर ये युवा अपनी प्रतिभा, कुशाग्र बुद्धि और तकनीकी कुशलता के बल पर हर प्रकार के आपदा से निपटने के लिए पूर्ण रूप से सक्षम बन सके।
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh addressed teachers from Bihar via video conferencing today. The Defence Minister said that the National Education Policy 2020 is in line with the requirements of the 21st century. He also hailed the high standards maintained by teachers from Bihar while imparting knowledge.
बिहार की धरती शिक्षा और गुरु परंपरा की उत्कृष्ट अभिव्यक्ति के लिए जानी जाती है। बिहार जैसे राज्य में जहां शिक्षा प्राप्ति पूरे समाज का एक बहुत बड़ा ध्येय रहा है, और मैं समझता हूं इसके बारे में भी मुझे कुछ ज्यादा कहने की जरूरत नहीं है। जहां चाणक्य ने अर्थशास्त्र लिखी और अपनी शिक्षा से नए सामाजिक, राजनैतिक और राष्ट्रीय परिदृश्य का निर्माण किया हो, जहां नालंदा जैसे विश्वविद्यालय रहे हों, उसकी बुनियाद कितनी बेमिसाल होगी, इसकी सहज ही कल्पना की जा सकती है। आज भी जीवन का शायद ही ऐसा कोई क्षेत्र हो जिसमें बिहार के युवाओं ने अपना परचम देश में ही नहीं विदेश में भी न लहराया हो। बिहार का गरीब से गरीब परिवार भी अपने बच्चों को सुसंस्कारित शिक्षा प्रदान करने की व्यवस्था जरूर करते हैं।
A fire that broke out in the Oil and Natural Gas Corporation's gas processing plant at Hazira in Gujarat, Surat has been put out. Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited in a tweet said that the fire at Hazira plant has been completely extinguished. Efforts are being made to resume normal operations at the earliest. Surat Fire Department as well as all fire wings of nearby industrial companies had reached the spot along the Mumbai-Surat highway. District Collector Dhaval Patel said that no casualties have been reported and the fire was confined to the premises of the plant. Let's give you an update now on the COVID-19 situation in the country. Well, with its focused strategies and effective, coordinated and proactive measures, India is reporting a steep increase in recoveries. India has reported steady trend of higher new recoveries than new cases for the 6th successive day. 87,374 recoveries have been registered in the last 24 hours in the country, whereas the number of active cases stands at 9,66,382. With this, the total number of recoveries has gone up to 46,74,987. The recovery rate has reached 81.55%, slightly over it in fact, while case fatality rate stands at 1.59%. Now, a Delhi court sent former JNU student leader Umar Khalid, arrested under the stringent Anti-Terror Law Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, in a case related to the criminal violence in Northeast Delhi in February, to judicial custody till the 22nd of October. Khalid was present before additional Sessions Judge Amitabh Rawat through video conferencing at the end of his police custody. Khalid was arrested on the 13th of September in the case. Time now to get you all the updates from the business world in Midday Prime. To find out what's happening with the bullion markets and everything in the business world, we have Ajay.
Thanks, Gautam. We'll start with the equity market first. It's the 5th day in a row when the equity market, the benchmark Sensex has plunged over 600 points in early trade on Thursday, tracking the massive sell-off in the global stocks amid heavy foreign fund outflows. After sinking 609 points, the 30-share index was trading as 571.26 points, or 1.52% lower at 37,097 level. NSE Nifty cracked 170 points, or 1.52% to 10,962 levels. All Sensex components were in the red, with Mahindra & Mahindra, Bajaj Finance, IndusInd Bank, Maruti, Axis Bank, Bajaj Finserv and ICICI Bank shedding up to 3%. The Reserve Bank of India will conduct purchase of government securities under open market operations for an aggregate round of 10,000 crore rupees today, according to the RBI notification. The central bank will purchase long-term securities maturing in 2026, 2029 and 2031. Since March, RBI has conducted several simultaneous purchases and sale of government securities under OMOs. These exercises, termed as Operation Twist, are aimed at managing yield in the market. By tweaking long-term yields, the RBI wants to lower the long-term interest rates to stimulate the economy. Till 31st of July this financial year, RBI has injected 1.24 trillion through these operations. The downtrend in the global prices of the gold have continued to go down on the Thursday also, with the futures of the yellow metal on the multi-commodity exchange moving southwards towards 49,000 mark. The October contract of the gold on the MCX is currently trading at 49,365 per 10 grams, lower by 143 or 0.29% from its previous close. The recent fall in the domestic gold prices are in line with the global trends, where the prices of the precious metal fell amid the strengthening US dollars. And we reminded you that you should wait for 48,000 level for 10 gram, but now we have another level, Gautam, and that is 45,000. So experts are believing that before purchasing of any kind of gold ornaments, you should wait for the level of 45,000, but 48,000 is very likely in few days from now, and then you can make up your mind if you really want to.
Some would
buy
say it's happening
jewelries.
at just the right time with the festival season and the wedding
Absolutely.
season also coming. So the longer you wait till a certain point, it might be better, but don't wait for too long because you never know what might happen next. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
Ajay. Okay, let's now get you across to all the updates that we're getting from all different corners of the globe. An update coming in from Nigeria, which is quite tragic. At least 28 people have been killed when a gas tanker exploded in the central Nigerian state of Kogi and started a blaze. Smoke and flames were seen rising into the sky. Spokesperson for the Federal Road Safety Corps said that 9 children were involved in the accident, which took place opposite a petrol station along Lokoja Zariagi Highway in the state. State Governor mentioned that the accident led to loss of lives and destroyed many vehicles, properties and other valuables. All this because of a tanker fire. Two police officers have been shot and wounded in Louisville, Kentucky during protests ignited by a grand jury decision that civil rights activists decried as a miscarriage of justice in the fatal police shooting of Breonna Taylor. Earlier, the grand jury ruled that 2 white policemen will not be prosecuted in connection with the death of Taylor, a black medical worker shot in her own apartment, but a third will be charged with the wanton endangerment of her neighbors. Storm Beta has weakened to a tropical depression as it crawled inland along the Texas coast south of Houston, unleashing heavy rains, flooding streets and forcing emergency workers to rescue dozens of people. Rain has submerged roads, leading the schools and offices to shut. Beta was forecast to move over southeastern Texas through Wednesday, then over Louisiana and Mississippi from Wednesday night through Friday. And it's now time for all the stories that we have got for you from different arenas in sports. Let's now go across to Suchitra for all the sporting action.
Thank you, Gautam. Let's start with football. With a stunning hat-trick from newly arrived German Kai Havertz, Chelsea destroyed Barnsley 6-0 in the third round of EFL Cup. English striker Tammy Abraham put the home side ahead in 19th minute. Havertz scored his first goal in 28th minute. The Blues scored 4 times in the second half, with Olivier Giroud and Ross Barkley finding the net along with Havertz. Arsenal defeated Leicester City 2-0 in EFL Cup at Kings Power Stadium. Christian Fuchs' costly own goal gave Arsenal the lead in 57th minute. Edward Nketiah scored for Arsenal in 90th minute, and Arsenal won the match 2-0. Paris Saint-Germain winger Angel Di Maria has been given a 4-game suspension for his behaviour during the match against Marseille. Di Maria escaped punishment for the brawl in the last minute of the match, which led to PSG's Neymar, Leandro and Kurzawa being sent off. India's Prajnesh Guneshwaran crashed out in the second round of the men's singles qualifiers of the French Open. He lost in straight sets to Alexander Vukic of Australia on Wednesday. The other 2 Indians in the fray, Sumit Nagal and Ramkumar Ramanathan, bowed out in the first round of the qualifying event. So those were some top sports stories. Back to you, Gautam.
Thank you, Suchitra. Now, let's go on and get you what is the softer side of hard news, which is Live Prime. Well, Japanese artist Takahiro Shibata has created a piece of art, ramen mask, incorporating the steaming effect. The 3D ramen mask is filled with cotton and showcases green onions, bamboo shoots and a slice of fish cake, all made from clay. The 3D effect appears once the glasses start to fog up. It's great to see art speaking through the mask as well. Now, Britain's Princess Beatrice's wedding gown, which she wore at her scaled-down wedding, is on display for public at Windsor Castle, where her secret marriage took place. The wedding dress will be displayed till the 22nd of November. Beatrice is Queen Elizabeth's granddaughter, who tied the knot with Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi at the castle to the west of London in July in a private ceremony without the usual pomp and fanfare. And in a bid to boost the morale of people in the testing times of COVID-19 pandemic, British street artist Stig unveiled his first ever sculpture in East London. The artwork, holding hands, depicts two figures facing in opposite directions, yet holding hands as a sign of universal love and solidarity. Well, never a better time for a little more love and solidarity than the present times. That's all we have for the moment in this edition of Midday Prime, but all the latest continues right here on DD India and DD News. Do stay tuned.